welcome back to the Hallmarkies podcast. Today we have a very what am I saying? Today we have a very special episode of Once Upon an Upside, and I am here, Amy, with my co-host Jess.
Hello, everybody, and happy early Christmas!
Yay, we're starting Christmas. This is so exciting. So today we're going to be talking about the 5 UPTV movies that are going to be coming out this October and November. Just November.
November and 1 December.
November and December. Okay. So we're going to be talking about these 5 UPTV movies. We're going to be telling you which one of ours are our most anticipated. And yeah, so I'm excited. Are you ready to start the Christmas, Jess?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Jess, is this your first Christmas episode of the season?
I believe so. Yeah, I think it is.
It's mine too. So this is going to be one of many. First of many. All right. So let's talk about this first one. So the first one that is coming out on November 1st, and it's a very Christmas country homecoming. Very Christmas country homecoming. Gotta make sure to say that right. And this one, the synopsis is: Zane and Jeanette return from their magical honeymoon to plan the perfect first Christmas as a family. But the arrival of Jeanette's former father-in-law throws a wrench into all of their holiday plans. And this stars B. Santos, Grayson Holt, Dina Carter, Mike Shara, and Charlotte Hegel. And this is the 3rd movie in the series, the Country Christmas / Country Wedding franchise. So, Jess, have you seen any of the others?
I have not. Have you?
I've seen the Country Wedding one. We covered that on the podcast, but the original Country Christmas was before my time on the podcast. I think it came out in 2017 or 16. So I've only seen the second one. So
How'd you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. I liked the characters. I liked the 2 main characters, Zane and Jeanette. It was a little confusing because I'd never seen the first one. So I'm really hoping this year that when they air it, I'm hoping that Up will air all 3 in a row. So I'll be able to catch up and figure out what happened in the first one. So yeah. So what are you thinking of this movie? What are your first thoughts?
My first thoughts are that I haven't seen the first 2. And so I think unless I can get those 2 in, if I have time to watch those, it's going to be hard for me to be invested in a 3rd in a franchise. I'm also a little worried being the 3rd movie in a franchise. Sometimes by the 3rd movie, we're starting to lose a little bit of steam. But I am excited to see Grayson Holt. Most people will know him from the SSD episode Soulmates. He was Sam. So that's exciting. Yeah. And we don't really have much in terms of plot, so there's not a whole lot there for me.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm unsure. I'm hoping that'll still be good as the 3rd one in the series, and I'm also very optimistic because I know the first one that was really loved was Christmas, and this is the 3rd one that's Christmas themed as well. The middle one came out, I believe, in the middle of summer because it was a wedding themed movie. So so I'm optimistic. I actually put it on my list mainly because of the cast. I put it on my list. We're making a 1 to 5 ranking list. 1 is our most anticipated. 5 is our least anticipated. I put it as number 2 on my list. So it's my 2nd most anticipated.
Oh, wow. I put it as 5.
Oh, you put it as 5.
Because I don't know anything about the first ones and the plot. There's not much there. So I just don't know what to think about it, I guess.
Yeah, completely understandable about that one. All right, so let's move on to our second one from Up, and this is going to be airing on November 8th, and it's called A Ring for Christmas. So the synopsis is: a spoiled single girl, Angie Moore, gets cut off 25 days before Christmas when she discovers the existence of a sizable trust fund that she will inherit once she gets married. Angie decides to find a man to marry by Christmas. So, Jess, what are your initial thoughts of this one?
My thoughts are this movie could go one of 2 ways. It could either really tank or done the right way and executed properly. It could probably be really funny. So I feel like it's either going to be a hit or a miss. I'm not really familiar with the cast except for Lorraine Bracco. She was in Rizzoli Isles. That's where I know her from. So I'm the only thing I'm kind of worried about is the spoiled girl. That could be really annoying, but like I said, it all kind of comes down to execution.
Yes.
It could be good, and really funny, or it could just be really obnoxious. So we'll see.
Yes. So this does star Liliana Tandon, Dean Gear. I'm gonna go Geyer. Dean Geyer, Charles Hiddinger, and Lorraine Bracco. You said right?
I think it's Braco.
Lorraine Bracco. Maybe. So, yeah, I completely agree. This could totally be a hit or miss if they go maybe too much into the the spoiled aspect that could make the character very really unlikable. So that's what I'm worried about. I'm hoping that the character is like just enough to be funny, but also like somewhat likable. So yeah, everything you said, I completely agree with. So where did you put this on your ranking?
I debated this one as a 3 or a 4 for a while, and I settled on 4 just because I think it's really going to be hit or miss. So I put it at a 4.
Okay, I put it at a 3. So yeah, it's in the middle. We'll see. All right, so the next one we have on Up is coming up on November 15th, and this one is called Mistletoe Magic. It sounds like a perfume.
It does. A Christmas themed perfume.
Yeah. So this says, when a self-proclaimed Christmas Grinch, Harper, realized that she's accidentally donated her family's beloved magic mistletoe to a charity, she enlists the help of thrift store owner and old friend Luke to help her retrieve it. Can Luke convince Harper that perhaps the magic of Christmas is real and that true love does exist? And this stars Stephen Huszar and Jessica Sippos. So what are you thinking on this one, Jess? Are you
First, I'm very excited about the casting. Stephen Huszar, obviously from Hallmark, we love him, and Jessica Sippos. Postals will know her as she played Jessica in To the Altar.
Okay.
She's very good in that. So I'm very excited about this casting, and I'm very intrigued about this magic mistletoe because I think we already see mistletoe as kind of magical in movies, and so what I want to know is what makes this even more magical mistletoe.
I don't know. Never know. Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited about the cast. And the magic mistletoe thing is just very intriguing to me. How did they find out this mistletoe was magic? That's what I want to know. Like, is there
the folklore?
Exactly. What is the history? Like, yeah, I'm just very interesting. And we get a new interesting job too. I don't think we've had a lot of thrift store owners as job titles. So that's a new interesting one that I'm looking forward to. And I hope this is going to be a really good one. I'm really looking forward to this one. And I might name, a candle after this movie. It's just, I don't know. It's just the name is just like so, like it flows so well. I'm just like, this has got to be.
Guys, someone get on branding this. Come on, let's make a line of Mistletoe Magic.
Yeah, it's like got to be a candle or a perfume or something. I don't know. But okay, Jess, what number did you give this on your list?
I put it at number 2, mostly for the casting. I gave it number 2.
Good job. Okay, so I put it at number 4. So, yeah, there's none of these I'm not really not looking forward to. So. It was hard for me to rank them, but yeah. All right. So next we have our 4th movie on the lineup, our 4th movie of the year. And this one is, can't go things. So this one's coming up on November 22nd. And this one we have a much longer synopsis for. So this is called Dashing Home for Christmas. So this synopsis is: Emily Nicholas, a successful business consultant, has missed every family gathering for this year. So getting home for Christmas is very important to her. But when a series of mishaps, from delayed public transportation to diverted flights and broken down trains, and finally a lost wallet, put her holiday plans in jeopardy, she's forced to find a way home with a fellow road warrior, Simon Allen. When Emily is more a type A planner who hates disruptions and inconveniences, Simon is with the flow type who sees the bright side to any misfortune. So having to rely upon one another to get to their final destination tests their will, but also provides ample opportunity to get to know each other and perhaps even fall in love. So this cast is Pan Zade, Adrian Spencer, Suzanne Kyer, and Andrew Buchel. I'm not really familiar with any of the cast, but what do you think?
I'm not either.
You're not?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of those cast members, but I'm very excited about this plot line. I think it could be very interesting. You got these like two people who are like kind of stuck together, and it sounds like it's going to be kind of butting heads at first, and I really like that because usually it leads to witty banter and like kind of verbal sparring, and I really like that in a like a romantic tension sort of aspect. So I'm very excited about the plot.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be fun. It's an interesting plot. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is sometimes with these movies where like they're stuck together, they could be in the car for a majority of the movie. And, you know, that can be done well, but at the same time, sometimes it gets a little boring or repetitive when they're in the same car for an hour. So,
Yeah.
of the movie, that can be difficult. So I'm hoping that this is, you know, fun. I'm hoping maybe they'll have to have like a bunch of weird stops where they run into like random people.
They're gonna have some Christmas adventures where they get out of the car.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and everyone needs to stop for gas. I'm just saying, like you never know what you're gonna run into when you stop for gas. So
yeah, maybe they'll find some magic mistletoe along the way too. You know, they'll just have a little like crossroads with the movies mixing together.
There we go. Yeah. Definitely. I wonder, you know, actually that, or I'll talk about it when we're done with this, but actually, yeah, I wonder about that. Okay, so Dashing Home for Christmas, what do you think? Where did you put it on your list?
I totally rolled the dice on this one because I don't know any of these casts, so I'm totally taking a gamble on it. I put it at number 1 because I'm really intrigued by this plot.
Wow. Okay. Most anticipated for Jess. Okay. I put it as my number 5.
We're not agreeing on anything.
I know. It's just because like I'm so worried it's just gonna be them sitting in the car for most of the movie, and that worries me because I'm gonna be like sitting here like, okay, are they ever gonna like leave the car? But yeah, but I'm also optimistic about it. There's like none of these movies that are specifically coming out that it's not like I don't want to see them. So that made it difficult.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. They're the good folks over at Modcloth. And at Modcloth, we make getting dressed fun. Back to being independently owned, we're all about perfect fits for every body. Unique, mood-boosting prints, vintage-inspired, versatile styles that make you look good, but more importantly, feel good. Find your joy at Modcloth. And one of the things that impressed me the most about Modcloth is they really do have something for everyone. They have every size you could imagine, and they have every style. Everybody's going to be able to find a print that they like and a style that they like. And it's cool because you can have a unique look. And there's so many different times when you want to stand out, but you don't want it to be bizarre or strange. And this is I think Modcloth is a great way to do so, to have a fun, sometimes festive inspired print. Right now they have the Halloween inspired prints. They have all different styles, and you can have your own unique look without looking ridiculous. And in fact, you're going to be a standout wherever you go in the Modcloth designs and looks. I was definitely looking at getting a new winter coat because they had some really, really cute styles. And so definitely you want to check it out. I think you'll really enjoy getting your own unique look from Modcloth. So to get 20% off your purchase of $75 or more, including sale items, go to modcloth.com. That's MODCLOTH.com and enter code Hallmarkies at checkout. This promo code cannot be combined with other offers. That's once again, go to modcloth.com, MODCLOTH.com, enter code Hallmarkies.
But what I was talking about earlier when you're talking about the crossover is for anyone who watched the Lifetime Christmas movies last year, in all the Lifetime Christmas movies, they mentioned the same Christmas storm in all of the Lifetime movies. It was Storm Megan. And Storm Megan was making all these problems throughout all the movies, which I think was really funny.
That was genius move.
Yeah, I know. Like
very clever.
Most of the movies had it in it. So it just made me curious if maybe they'll do something similar, like a little nod this year as well in all the Lifetime movies. And that would be something super fun that if, you know, Hallmark did it or Up did it in the future, because it was kind of like a hunt. Like you were searching for the hearing about this storm throughout the movies. But yeah, so that was fun. But crossover movies, I would be into that. Crossover Christmas movies, that would be fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do some crossover.
Just bring that mistletoe magic everywhere.
I know, right? Let's have the Marvel Cinematic Universe of Christmas movies. Like, I'm up for that.
Let's do it. Let's get on that.
Like, we can have Santa, like a Santa movie, and then like all these other people that are influenced by Santa, and it's all in the same universe, and just be fun. Anyways, now that I've talked about my dream of a Christmas universe, let's move on to the final movie in our UpTV lineup for 2020. So the final movie we have on this list is Christmas on the Range, and this comes out on December 6th. And the synopsis says, all Kendall Riley wants for the holidays is to save her family's ranch, but her longtime rival, small-town Scrooge, Brick McCree, has other plans in mind. When Brick's son, Clint, comes back to town, he is immediately drawn to Kendall and offers a helping hand. As a romance starts to blossom, Kendall's farm is sabotaged, leaving her to wonder about Clint's true intentions. And this stars Erin Cahill, Nicholas Gonzalez, A. Martinez, and Lindsay Wagner. Amazing cast. Just have to say that first up. But okay, Jess, what are you thinking about this one?
I didn't know what to think about. This was the hardest one for me to figure out because, okay, Erin Cahill, love her. Less familiar with, I know Nicholas Gonzalez has been in a lot of things, but I don't think I've specifically seen him in any of those things. I've seen Lindsay Wagner in some things. So casting, pretty good. It's just the plot. It's kind of like where you were on the last one. It's going to go like, it could be good or it could be bad because the Save the Ranch thing is kind of an overdone plot. And it's, I don't know, like, I'm an equestrian. I'm like, are there going to be horses at this ranch? Because if there are, like, that immediately throws that up a couple levels for me. But maybe it's just a cattle ranch. Maybe there's no maybe there's no animals. I don't know. So I don't feel like I had enough information to really be one way or the other. So I'm kind of in the middle on this one.
Mm-hmm. So I'm super excited for this one. I really enjoy Erin Cahill's movies. But also this kind of like the synopsis gave me like maybe it might be a little bit of like a Romeo and Juliet type of feel movie. And I really like that, like it's not a trope, but like that type of movie. I really enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I always love a good small town Scrooge in these movies, you know. It's always fun. And yeah, I'm also excited to see like what type of ranch is this going to be? How is her farm sabotaged? Like, I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean like her plants, her animals? Like, her plants, that sounds weird.
All the cows get set loose and there's a stampede.
Yeah. Someone lets all the cows loose in the city, in the middle of town square or something. There's just cows walking through.
Or it's like Black Beauty and the barn's on fire and all the horses go.
Sad. So yeah,
hopefully not at Christmas. That would
not be a good Christmas. Let's not have any
barns on fire.
Yeah, no animals. No, yeah, let's not do that. But yeah, so I'm excited for this one though. Okay, but Jess, where did you put it on your list?
It's right in the middle at a 3. Like I said, I'm really excited about the cast, but I'm not sure about the plot.
Okay, so I put it as number 1 on my list. And it's just like, I really like Erin Cahill's movies normally. And I don't know, I'm just hoping this is going to be like a nice, fun Romeo and Juliet type story. You did mention something I didn't think about though. I really hope it's not too much save the blank type thing. I hope there's a lot more other romance stuff incorporated, but
it is a Christmas theme to Save the Ranch, which
that's true.
I think I've seen less of. So
exactly.
Maybe the Christmas theme will help it out. But I think there was a Save the Ranch last year on Hallmark. Was it Christmas in Montana?
I think so, yeah.
And I didn't really like that one. So see, it can go either way.
It's awesome.
That's why I put it right in the middle. But I'm very excited about the cast.
Yes. So what are you thinking so far of this slate, Jess? What do you think of these movies?
I think we got some contenders. And some wild cards that could surprise us or tank. I hope they don't tank. I hope they're really good.
Yeah, I hope they're all very good, and I'm like very, very excited. And I'm just so glad that we're getting some new Up movies this year. I know with everything going on, it's been difficult to get movies done and everything, so I'm excited to be able to watch these and, you know, cover them with you. And so
And the Mistletoe Magic is going to be there. I think that should be Up's theme for their season. It's like that should be the theme of this season for them. Like last year was the what did they call it last year?
Christmas.
Thank you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna email the lady from Up and be like,
we have this idea.
Do you have a theme yet? I'm sure they do.
Put us on your marketing PR team here. We've got some ideas. And also, we don't agree on any of these movies, but we have some other good ideas.
Yeah, but we're looking forward to it. But
you know, once we watch them, we might be in agreement on how they were executed. So we'll see. We're gonna save this list, and we can come back to it and be like,
I'm gonna put it on our master spreadsheet for the podcast, and when we come back, we'll see if like we got our rankings right. We'll see how many balloons we're gonna give these. But also anyone who's listening out there, you guys rank your 1 to 5. What is your most anticipated?
Yeah, tell us your ratings. Are you more like Jess or more like Amy?
Yeah, exactly. Would you rather, you know, what are you thinking? Okay, so why don't we just go over our list one more time in our order. So we'll go from 5 to 1. So Jess, why don't you go ahead and do your least to your most?
Do them all at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5, A Very Christmas Country Homecoming. Then A Ring for Christmas, Christmas on the Range, Mistletoe Magic, and Dashing Home for Christmas as number 1.
Okay, so then my number 5 is Dashing Home for Christmas. And number 4 is Mistletoe Magic. My number 3 is A Ring for Christmas. My number 2 is A Very Christmas Country Homecoming. That is a tongue twister. And then my most anticipated one is Christmas on the Range. So very different lists. Let us know who you.
Yeah, they were almost like completely flipped. Like,
yeah, exactly.
We had literally the opposites.
I have the numbers written down, and it's like they're like almost exactly like the opposite, which is pretty funny. Yes,
but you know what? That's okay because different people like different things too. So
exactly.
Again,
that's what makes reviewing them fun. So
yeah, because then we can argue about who's right.
Exactly. But before we end, there's one other thing on Up that happens during the holiday season every year. They always do the Gilmore the Merrier binge-a-thon during the Christmas season. They have Gilmore Girls on. Jess, are you a Gilmore Girls fan at all?
Seen it. It's been a while though. I would say I don't think I'm as excited as a lot of people about Gilmore Girls, but I do like it.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I enjoy it also. And recently it was the 20th anniversary of Gilmore Girls airing, so that's pretty cool. But this year they're going to have the Gilmore a Merrier binge-a-thon. It's going to start on Saturday, November 22nd. And if you guys have ever turned on Up during one of their binge-a-thons, it will be Gilmore Girls 24/7. It's all day. And I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, that's just a fun thing to turn on TV and be like, oh, Gilmore Girls. Yes. And then they're also going to be showing the 4 Gilmore Girls A Year in the Life movies, which are going to be starting on Sunday, November 29th at 11 a.m. So you guys can see the full Gilmore Girls library on Up over Thanksgiving week. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving week. Yep. The 22nd. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be.
Yeah.
Close.
So over Thanksgiving week, you can just sit down and binge. I think there's about 200 episodes. So you can just
eat your turkey, be full of turkey, and then watch Gilmore Girls.
Exactly. So that is super exciting and really fun. And I'm excited to catch a few of my favorite episodes on Up. First Christmas episode, done. You check it. Woo! Check mark off the list. So if you're looking for our coverage of some of these Up movies, we will be back with beginning our Christmas coverage in mid-November with that. And then we are going to still recap the October Up movies, which should be out sometime next week. So we're almost done. There's not that many movies left for Up. this year. We're almost done with 2020.
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting. All right. So Jess, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get ready, like pump ourselves up for Christmas. Yeah. And we're excited. So Jess, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at JessBSW blog on Twitter and on Instagram.
And you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at It's Amy Craig. And if you want to follow the podcast anywhere, you can follow us at Once Upon an Upside. It's at OUAUPSIDE. And if you want to follow Hallmarkies Podcast anywhere, we're Hallmarkies Pod on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, anywhere you can search for Hallmarkies Podcast, we most likely have. So go ahead, check that out. We have some merch. We got some Christmas designs going up. We actually have a fall design up right now that's really cute, designed by one of our co-hosts. And if you want to support us on Patreon, we would really, really appreciate it. And all those links will be down in the description. So thank you again so much for listening and watching. And we will see you guys all very soon with a lot more Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.